Hello everyone, Yosan Aknaz here, and I'm gonna be explaining Turkish stereotypes and why they're wrong. Because I'm about to go nuts with all these stereotypes. Whatever, let's continue. Let's see the first one. Turks ride camels. You guys are dumb enough to believe that? No, even an idiot would know that it's not true. True. There's no camels at all in Turkey. If so, there's just like really rare. They're rare. Second stereotype: Turkish films are just cheap remakes of Hollywood movies. Okay, so this stereotype is partially true because there was a time when Turkey was making very cheap remakes of Hollywood films. So cheap as fuck. This particular era of Turkey's cinema was called Yeşilçam, and directors who didn't have the resources financially and materially had no choice but to make low-budget remakes of Hollywood films in order to make a living. There's all true legendary Turkish versions of medieval film movies, from Star Wars to E.T. E. Elliot. E.T. That scene was funniest one, and many more, and which have become cult classics. However, to say that Turkish Turks haven't accomplished anything since is quite insulting, because the Turkish film industry has grown considerably since the Yeşilçam days. There was something about directors like Nuri Bilge Ceylan, Fatih Akın, and Ferzan Öztürk. Those films have won international awards and placed Turkish cinema on the world map. Well, I found the next stereotype is Turkish people speak Arabic. How many bottles of rum the writer of this bullshit had drank? It's not even true. I can barely speak Arabic. Let me try to speak. Ene. I only know that word, for you. We talk Turkish. For example, he speaks Turkish, and it's all the stereotype. Don't bother repeating these, because I'm probably gonna insult this bloody stereotype. In 3, 2, 1. Var ya, bu ön yargının yapacağın işinizin Yeah, I was about to start to cuss in Turkish. Yemin ediyorum the stereotypes. Is the Republic of Turkey unsafe? Fuck no. I mean, if you avoid Hurriyet neighborhood in Adana, you're probably fine. Fine, Hurriyet neighborhood is the worst place for tourists, so don't go there. You'll get yourself shot from right here. It's all on the news. But the law enforcement in Adana made it even difficult for those cops, those criminals in there. So, I mean, it kind of makes sense because everyone hated the situation of that neighborhood. Next stereotype: Turkish men can have multiple wives. Even if they're gonna do that in Turkey, you would get life sentence in the worst bloody conditions. That's what the relative of man got into prison. He tried to have multiple wives. It's been illegal since 1928. Next stereotype. Sorry about that, guys, but we're on to the next stereotype. Turkish water is unclean. Well, Turkish water is perfectly safe to drink, but it just happens to have higher mineral content than US, UK, higher mineral content, so it doesn't feel safe to drink to you. It's a matter of hometown water. So if you didn't drink Turkish water before, it kind of makes sense. That's so fine, not clean, but it's definitely clean. It just happens to have higher mineral content, you know. Next stereotype: Turkish women don't have any rights. This is so unfreaking true. Turkish women received civil rights in 1926, allowing them to be elected or be elected. There's also good preparation for women who work in bars, restaurants, and get higher education, being equal with male counterparts, etc. Turkey, like many countries, still has elements of traditional behavior, but this isn't a reflection of entire country, not legally. On to the next stereotype: headscarves are mandatory. It's not. Wearing a headscarf or hijab, it's not mandatory for women. Even some public buildings, such as government buildings, have forbidden headscarves. You may find women in headscarf more in more rural towns, but this is their choice and not something forced upon them. For example, my mom doesn't wear a headscarf, but my grandma does. My aunt does, but her mother-in-law doesn't. Does anybody give a shit? Fuck them. Nobody cares. Some public buildings and government, such as government buildings, have them forbidden. So, is that mandatory? Get it? On to the next stereotype: Turkish men are lazy. Dude, government help in Turkey is little to nothing. No one who lives here, lives in Turkey, gets little to nothing for free. You can't get a single shit for free. The men especially are often thought of as lazy. However, they'll have strong work ethics, they work longer, or in whatever field they choose. For example, my dad's a doctor, and one day he's free, he'll work, and second day he works 24 hours. And sometimes the free of work days can be like 9 to 5 work day. Turkey doesn't have a real benefit system, and while higher paid jobs, many more jobs work fewer hours. Turkish people's overall work ethic is the exact opposite of laziness. On to the next stereotype: the people of Turkey are uneducated. Stupid! Boo! The assumption likely comes from those who vacation in Turkey and communicate with resort staff from small villages. However, it is compulsory for 6 to 18-year-olds that education. And Turkey also has 150 universities in Turkey with both men and women graduating each year. On to the next stereotype: Turkish men are possessive. So, why do foreign people always aim Turkish men? I hit my funny bone. Damn it. Shit. Men and women can be possessive or protective of their partner no matter where they are from. Similar to the UK, there will be men more protective than others. This is an assumption or characteristic of all Turkish men, and one that many within reason find upsetting. On to the next stereotype: everyone wears effects. Yeah, these ones ban hats by, well, Turkish government banned Mustafa Kemal Atatürk, the first president of Turkey, actually banned them in 1975, but it's just a law. Marsh ice cream sellers can wear them for a costume, but it isn't the piece of the attire that many Turks wear. And I don't even know people that's weird at all. I never see anyone wearing them. For real. Turkey is Turkey is a friendly and beautiful country to visit. There are tons of culture, but there will always be a lot more to a country than the assumptions, stereotypes, and what we hear. It's important to remember that they are just assumptions. There are good and bad to every place you visit. One thing is for sure, Turkey is a welcoming country, plenty of excellent, generous people, a solid mix of tradition and modern, which is why this diverse country has so much to offer for all visitors, and why it's one of the most traveled to in Europe. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Sorry about that, my dad needed some help with the TV. Never mind. As I was saying, thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.